we stand in awe of each other, just shaking each other's hand for a while. And most of them are always lost for words, the fact that they see an African-American lieutenant colonel. There's a quote that goes, "If I've seen a little further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." The men of the 24th and 24th represent my giants. I would not be here before you today if it were not for their efforts. As you know, the regiment was activated in October 1869 at Fort McCabe. My career has afforded me numerous opportunities, one of which was a staff ride, where I got to tour Forts Davis, Fort Concho, and Fort McCabe. As a young first lieutenant, I did not have the maturity to ascertain the grounds upon which I toured that day. It's ironic how our past prepares us for our future. The regiment served honorably on numerous fronts, to include the Texas frontier, to prevent the Apache warrior Victoria from entering Texas via Mexico. Additional duties in the far west to monitor Indian reservations. The Spanish-American War, the Philippines, and duty during World War II in the Pacific. If you notice, I didn't mention World War I. In 1917, there were race riots in Houston and Waco, Texas, that involved regimental soldiers from both the 24th and the 25th. 13 soldiers were hung. Another 42 soldiers were sentenced to life in prison. Thus, the fear of arming an African-American soldier was rekindled again. So therefore, neither regiment participated during World War I. In 1922, the regiment arrived here at Ftbenning. The unit spent nearly 20 years here. Numerous facilities were constructed while they were here. The Playhouse, the Cartels, Gowdy Field, and Doughboy Stable, to name a few. Upon completion of the regiment's tour at Benning, the unit contributed to the World War II effort in the Pacific. At the conclusion of their efforts there during World War II, the regiment settled in Gifu, Japan, to perform occupation duties. At the outset of the Korean War, there was a prevailing attitude amongst the men that they would not have the opportunity to support the Korean War. To some of the soldiers' dismay, the regiment received a call. On July 12, 1950, the unit arrived in Pusan. During the Korean War, the pendulum swung a far distance from the unit's heroics in the past. Despite the lack of gallantry narratives that were circulating regarding the regiment's efforts during the Korean War, there were men that served bravely and fought and died for their country. Today is not about rewriting history or atoning for past discretion, but honoring the regiment's service during uncertain and tumultuous times. And more importantly, their contributions to Ftbenning and the Bi-City community. These soldiers, whether ill-equipped, hurriedly trained, poorly led, or discriminated against, exemplify the following quote. What was expected of the regiment? Expectations did not magically change reality. Expectations do something even more powerful. They change the way you deal with reality. The realities before the Korean War were policy changes in equipping, manning, and training after World War II significantly impact the combat readiness across all services. No service member, white or black, was combat ready to wage war with a hardened, determined enemy at the onset of the Korean War. Major General William King requested to disband the 24th because it was untrustworthy and incapable of carrying out missions expected of an infantry regiment. It wasn't until October 1951 that the regiment was officially inactivated. But today, we're here to say job well done, 24th, as the regiment takes its place among the Walk of Honor to pay tribute to the soldiers' courage, duty, and love of country. Simple priorities, always prepared. Thank you.
Total appreciation. In the States, it's about time our hidden heroes